Hi, I'm Morgan Gress. I'm the Director of Digital and Brand Strategy here at 1776. And I have to say, even though I work on social media every single day, that's not what defines me. The way that I use social media is to talk about my passions and really connect with my community. I think it's great that you are part of this organization and that you're on the path to following your passions and being connected with other authentic women in this space. Because remember, you rock the world and she rocked the world.
Hi, Morgan. It's so great for you to sit with us. We're so excited to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
today.
of course. So why don't we just get started? So what sort of work do you do on a day-to-day basis?
So I am 1776's Director of Digital and Brand Strategy. 1776 is a venture capital firm and global incubator. So I really run our day-to-day marketing operations online, anything from what type of content are we putting out, growing our audience, attracting different members, showcasing what we do here to an external audience across all of 1776's platforms, and really zeroing in on how we tell that story in a compelling way.
So what sparked your interest in digital marketing?
Yeah, so when I grew up, I wanted to be a magazine editor. And as I went to college, I got a degree in communications and art history. And what I really loved was seeing, every single day I was on Twitter. It was, the new exciting platform. Facebook was obviously up and running. There are all of these new digital media things coming out, and I was really interested in how brands use that in pairing my love of editorial and content on all of these new platforms. And so that kind of led me towards the road of digital marketing.
Okay, so you realized it more so in college than in high school.
Yeah. So many of the girls at the summit, myself included, will be headed towards a time in our lives when we will be transitioning from high school to college. So do you have any insight you could share about your personal experience during that transition?
One of the biggest things that I learned was time management, and really using that time to do the things that I wanted to explore and that I wanted to take advantage of this entire new world. When I went to college, you don't have to get trapped in the what you did in high school doesn't define what you do in college, and so just prepare yourself. Think about what are those topics you want to explore, what new experiences do you want to have. Take time, to find what you like to do, because ultimately, after college, that's going to be your driver, right? So you don't need to be following the crowd on that one.
So as a teenage girl, what profession did you think you were going to be in?
Yeah, that's a great question. Like I said before, I really wanted to be a magazine editor when I grew up. I still buy a ton of magazines. I love the layouts of them. Reading through those big, beautiful, profiles. And one of my favorite classes when I took in college was about the New Yorker and the writing behind that. So that's what I thought I was going to do, and that's really where my strengths were too. I was, president of art club and really good at English, but I went to college and I found out that I love this process and technical and digital side of things too. So,
On top of that, how did you navigate what you wanted to do in college? Or in other words, how did you end up in this field?
yeah, so when I was growing up, I wanted to be a magazine editor. And I had a clear sense of that. In high school, I was really good at English, but also wanted to pair that as I grew into some of the things that I learned in college in my major, communications, what was happening in the digital world. Because I thought it was really interesting to see how traditional modes of communication were colliding with social media. Twitter was just becoming a really big thing in 2008, gaining traction in that election. So I saw that firsthand in my freshman year of college. So as I was going through that, I was trying to pair this love of editorial and communications with all the new digital things I saw happening every single day that I was using those on these platforms. And that ultimately directed me towards different experiences and internships that I had, which were really influential on what I found I loved and what I found I did not love. So I would say, to your question, my college experience was all about trying different areas in my internships that led me to digital marketing.
Yeah.
How much impact do you feel that your college major and your college choice had on your success today?
So I went to American University. I studied communications and art history. I think a lot of people questioned whether art history was the right path, but I just loved it, and I took an AP art history in high school. So my communications degree gave me the foundation, and I think art history gave me a really great appreciation of visual, which when you are doing brands and working with designers and communicating through visual storytelling, it was a lot more beneficial than I think originally I was expecting it to be, and I see that come up more and more in impacting my career. The other part was location. Being in Washington, D.C., I was able to do an internship not just during the summer, but also every single semester if I wanted to. In my senior year, that's what I did. I interned for an entire year that led to my job.
And what advice would you give to somebody before they went into a business meeting or interacted with professionals?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is knowing your audience. So are you walking in to sell them something? What is it that you are providing that they have a need for? Really understanding what motivates them, where they're coming from, and ultimately people are people. So if you can go in there and connect with them on those levels and showcase your expertise, but also how you're helping them, that always gives me the right mindset and definitely makes me less nervous.